on TV.
Yeah, you were on
All
TV.
right, fantastic. The actor John Barrymore said, "You're not old until regrets take the place of your dreams." In 6 days, I'll be turning 75 years old. But I'm in a bit of a quandary because I'm wondering, you're only as old as you feel, right? Right?
Right.
Well, I'm trying to figure that out. How old do I feel? And when I look back, my dad, he said to me when he died when he was 2 weeks before his 66th birthday. He died of glioblastoma, the same cancer that killed Senators Kennedy and McCain. And when he was turning about 60, I said, "Dad, do you feel that you're getting old? Do you feel old?" And he said, "Jim," he said, "some days I do feel old, and on other days, not so much." My brother Richie, unfortunately, passed away in March of last year. He was 7 years older than I am. He was my roommate for 10 years until I was about 13 and Richie got married. But Richie said one time, 60 is old until you're 59. My brother had a fantastic sense of humor, and I miss him greatly. Fast forward or go backwards to December 2021, and there I was with my mentor, John Morse, who told me not to keep putting my hands in my pocket. And John said, we need a speaker at the Carrollwood Toastmasters. He didn't even use adulation. He said, I think that you can do it. I said, "Sure I can. Why not? I'll step up." Of course, that footnote, John wasn't Toastmaster that evening, so no wonder he was looking to make sure the agenda was totally full. But that opportunity gave me the chance to find out about Clint Eastwood and to learn that at 92 years old, Clint Eastwood wasn't old at all. The famous Dirty Harry actor in 2018, Toby Keith, the country singer and writer, was at the 14th annual Clint tournament, which is a golf tournament in Colorado benefiting charities. He had the opportunity to play golf with his partner, Clint Eastwood. And on Saturday, near the end of the tournament, Clint Eastwood said to Toby, he said, "You know what? This Monday, I'm going to go shoot a film. I'm doing another movie." And he was 88 at the time. And Toby Keith said, "You're Dirty Harry. You've been so successful. Why do you do it all? How are you able to do it? What motivates you?" And Clint Eastwood said, "I get up every morning. I get up and I don't let the old man in." And Toby Keith immediately took that phrase and wrote a song. And that Monday, he sent that song, "Don't Let the Old Man In," to Clint Eastwood. The movie that Clint Eastwood was shooting is called The Mule. And he said, "This will be perfect. This will fit into the movie outstandingly." And it's a story of a World War II veteran who was about the same age, 90-ish, and he became a drug courier for the Mexican cartel, made countless trips north from Mexico and before he was captured. So what they did is they used that at the end of the movie. And about 3 months later, Willie Nelson saw the movie and saw the song, and he said to Toby Keith, "I want to record that." So if you know anyone who should be singing "Don't Let the Old Man In," it has to be Willie Nelson. And for those of you who had a chance to check their email like John Love did, I sent you that song this afternoon, "Don't Let the Old Man In," because I thought it was important. Now you could be turning 20, you could be turning 30, maybe you're even turning 40, as I did when I decided to have my own surprise birthday party when I was turning 40. And you might be figuring, are you getting old? And what do you have to do to kind of deal with living life? So the song goes, "Don't let the old man in. I want to live some more. Don't leave it up to him. He's knocking at my door. And later, many moons I have lived, my body's weathered and worn. Ask yourself how old you'd be if you didn't know the day you were born. How old would you be if you didn't know the day you were born?" That's a key phrase, and that's the bridge in the song. And I think it's a liminal experience Latin, the liminal is threshold. And it's where you're talking about psychological thresholds and a transition. And I'm wondering, is turning 75 one of those liminal experiences? And further on, the song goes, try to love on your wife and stay close to your friends. Toast each sundown with wine and don't let the old man in. My wife at 52 years, Tina, I toast her with wine all the time. She's the one that I usually bounce my Toastmaster speeches off, and she says, cut it down, it's too long. But she has been my rock ever since the summer of 66. That was 1966. We met at the Naughty Days South. I got back to Fairfield University, and she had sent me a nice little letter. And in it, she said, you're like a mouse running around in a cage. You know what? She might have been right. And I don't think I'm running quite as quickly as I once did. And I do think that I've gotten out of the cage. But she has been my rock, and she loves me so much, she even lets me go to Tampa Toastmasters on Valentine's Day. And further on, the song goes, when he rides up on his horse and you feel that cold, bitter wind, look out your window and smile, and don't let the old man in. Look out your window and smile, and don't let the old man in. So I'd like to close telling you that being retired, I get to see internet stories. One of the wonderful things I do during the day is internet stories. And one of them says, I asked an elderly man once what it was like to be old and know the majority of his life was behind him. He told me that he's been the same age his entire life. He said the voice inside of his head had never aged. He was always just been the same boy, his mother's son. He had always wondered when he would grow up and be an old man. He said he watched his body age and his faculties dull, but the person inside never tired, never aged, never changed. And finally, an anonymous quote, our spirits are eternal. Our souls are forever. The next time you encounter an elderly person, look at them and know they're still a child, just like you are still a child. And children will always need love, attention, and purpose.